like, I've been telling myself weeks, like, no, my periods are always late. I've been taking the pill, so how on earth am I pregnant? So I was 14 when I lost my virginity. Me and my mum are really close, so obviously I did go and tell her then, like, what happened, and she was not happy about it, obviously, but then she went to the doctors to put me on the pill. Some days, if I missed like a day previously, I'm just like, oh, I'll just take 2 the next day, and that's how I went on. So I met this boy. He didn't live in the same area as me, and I met him through a friend. He was like the bad boy, you know, I was getting in trouble with the police, and so when I did sleep with him after like a week, I know it's not very long now, and I did sleep with him after like a week, it wasn't full on, it was like entered, and then after a few minutes took it back out, so he never like ever finished. And it didn't even cross my mind that I would get pregnant because, like, taking the pill, after 2 weeks of being together, we broke up just because of, one, the distance. That was that. I didn't really speak to him after that at all. So my periods have always been like irregular, even when for like 5, 6, 7 weeks. I didn't think anything of it. So there were a girl in my school and her sister was pregnant. So, and I just said like, I'm getting these little spots on my nipple. Did your sister get these? And she was like, yeah. So that's when it clicked to me. I'd like, this is like really not normal. My mum was so close, and she like keeps a really close eye on me. She like knew I haven't been on my period. She was like, you've missed a period. So anyway, that's when I ended up just telling her everything and that. So she said like, I'm just gonna go get you a test from the corner shop. So I went upstairs, I sat down and I took the test. So the fact that when I read on it, it showed up straight away, like there was no denying that I was pregnant. And just the initial shock of it, like I screamed, but all I heard was just say to my dad like, John, she's pregnant. My dad just said like, it's Beth's decision, like all we can do now is support her. I did tell the biological dad of the baby, and he just like really wasn't interested, so I ended up doing it all alone.
You know, I really respect that clip. Like, I honestly do. I think a lot of times people are like, yeah, because you're a child, but you don't have to be a child to be told that. Like, it is motherly instinct. People are like, oh yeah, like if you want children, like you get it just like that. And I think that's so incorrect. I don't have children, but I know if I got pregnant now and I gave birth, I would not have a clue. Like, I wouldn't. And yes, I probably would have to ask my mum or ask my dad, like, how would you do this, how would you do that? So she knew a little bit, but not a lot. And clearly when her mum was with her at home, she would ask her mum to help her look after the baby, because she was so scared to get things wrong because of judgment of people who just go, well, yeah, you're so young. And yes, she is young, and I won't lie, she's 15 years old, is so young to have a child. I think it's very eye-opening as well, especially if I'm a bit more cautious as well, like when you're having intercourse, maybe protection if you don't want children or you think, yeah, that's too young. But if you were to fall pregnant, this is a great video to watch because it gives you a bit of an eye-opening.